Hi, this is May's Design Corner, and today on Quick and Easy Meals with the host Deborah Cabassa, the Grace Life DIY, and Jeans Decor, and more. I will be making butter burgers for your grill. I'm gonna always make them up ahead of time and get them ready for the grill. You know, the holidays is coming up and they will keep in the freezer for up to 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and make my butter burgers for the grill, and I have some things that I used years ago to get my children to eat vegetables, and let me tell you, it works. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead, get out my ground beef. First, I'm going to go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, I washed my hands. I'm going to dry them off real good. And I'm going to get my hamburger meat. I had it in the refrigerator. This is my ground beef. Let me move some of the stuff so you can see it. This is my ground beef right here. So I'm going to start off by taking two homemade biscuits and I'm going to crumble them up. You don't have to be homemade. You can even use white bread, wheat bread, whatever you have. But I know when times is coming up like these, I go ahead and save some biscuits so I can use them in this hamburgers. And when I had kids, I had to come up with genius ways of making them eat vegetables. So this is one of my ways that we had to make our kids eat vegetables. Okay. Now, once you do your biscuit in, you don't have to make it. Just make sure it's just real tiny in there. Make sure it's good in there. Take you some evaporated milk and pour it over the biscuit into the ground beef like this. And I use 1/4 of a cup of evaporated milk. Once you get that in there, you stir it up. I use a fork and I have 10 more forks that I use as well. These are my 10 more forks. That's why I wash my hands, okay? And we're going to put that in there. The milk is in there with it. And we're going to put it in there, okay? We're going to get that bread in there, those biscuits in there really, really well. Okay, once I got that in there like that, I'm going to go back and wash my hands again. I'm a constant hand washer. Okay. Okay, I washed my hands really, really well again. And I'm going to put that towel right there. Now my next move, I'm going to put 2 eggs in there. Okay. And I have a seasoning blend that I got from the Dollar Tree. But years ago, I didn't have this from the Dollar Tree because I had to chop all this up myself. But now I don't have to, so I'm just going to pour that in there. And that's 1/4 of a bag. 1/4 cup of milk and 1/4 cup of bag like this. And this is what it looks like in there, okay? And with the eggs. So I'm going to clean up as I go. I don't like to have stuff just lingering around. You can get in trouble. And then on top of that, I'm going to put some bacon bits in there. I get my bacon bits from Aldi's because they're really, really reasonable. And then they are real bacon bits. Do not use that imitation. It's no good. So I just put a handful. See when I say a handful? And put it in there. Two handfuls and bacon bits and put them in there. That's my measurements. I'm not a measuring person, and my kitchen is not an elegant kitchen. It's a working kitchen because we actually cook in my kitchen. I don't have an elegant kitchen. My kitchen has to be able to get stained. And I'm going to use this caramelized onion burger. I'm going to measure you out. That's going to be 2 teaspoons caramelized onion burger. Okay? And we're going to do 1 teaspoon of the buttery steakhouse by Kinder's. I've been using Kinder's before they got famous because, you know, a lot of people didn't know anything about Kinder's and they would not use them because they were not on the market. They used to buy them at your butcher shop years ago, Kindle. So, garlic powder here. Now, this is where we like garlic. So, and my children love garlic too. So, I'm putting a tablespoon of garlic. And onion powder. Tablespoon of onion powder. I'll put a little more. I'm not an exact science person. I cook by taste and my heart. Onion powder, garlic powder, buttery steakhouse. And we used to only get these from the butcher shop, but now they have them all over. Kinder's. And the caramelized onion burger, which is going to be so good in that. Okay? And I have one more thing that I'm using. I cannot do anything without my Sazon. I love, love, love Sazon. So I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of Sazon. Just 2. Well, I waste some there, so I'm going to have to put just a little tad more in there. Okay? And this is what it looks like with all the seasonings on the top. And let me wipe that off because I wasted it down there and I don't like for things to be sitting on the counter. So I'm going to start by using my 10 fingers. And this is how I'm mixing it up. I want you to see how I'm mixing it. Set it back down and mix it some more. Because I want it to be all the way through. All the way through. And I hope you can hear it sloshing, sloshing. You know, we had a way to try to make our kids eat more vegetables. And my husband and I came up with these burgers years ago. My husband was a great griller. He loved to be on the grill and coming up with things because our kids was, actually, we had so many children, a lot of people didn't believe it, but we had 10 children, and our children were spoiled. They got a chance to go on trips, and they didn't know what it was to not be able to go to a fair when it came into town, or Dad would always take them different places. They went out of town to other places. So I'm gonna go and wash my hands yet again. I wash my hands again, drying them off. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to start making the burgers. And this is how we make ours. We don't measure anything. Oh, one more thing. I'm out of line. I'm going to slice up my butter like this. See how it is? Make some chunks. That's why we call them butter burgers. That's why we call them butter burgers, okay? Cause they are made with a butter in them, okay? All right, it fell on me, so I had to reposition you. I'm cutting up my butter. Okay. And this is my little garbage. I'm going to put this down in there. Keep everything clean. And then we have some cheese here. Extra sharp cheese. Okay. I'm going to cut it. Cut my cheese like this. Then I'm going to cut it in half. Put it there with the butter. This is how we cut the cheese. And then cut it in half. Here we go again. Cut it in half. You know, you just cut a long slice and then chunk. Then cut in half again. See how that looks? Okay? And then cut it in half again. All right. And years ago, this is what we did. We had spinach. We cooked it for a little bit, put it in a bowl, and this is how we did our burgers. You grab you some, roll it in a ball, and we punched a hole right in here. And in that hole, see how I got that hole right there? I'm going to put some spinach, piece of cheese, and butter. See? And then we're going to cover it over. Right there. That's what our burgers look like. Butter burgers. Now, what I'm going to do now is spray the pan that I'm going to put them in, because I'm going to actually freeze them. So I'm going to spray this and put my burger there. And I am using Healthy Chef. But years ago, we just used regular old cooking oil and just wiped the pan with it so our burgers wouldn't stick when they freeze. Okay, so we're going to go and make some more burgers. And you're going to put in the middle spinach, cheese, and butter. you get your get all of your vegetables in. Or even for the holidays, you have to figure out how to get those vegetables in those kids. So we did. You have to come up with some ways, because kids are something else, honey. They do not like to have too many vegetables. So I'm putting that in right there. So I'm going to finish making these, and then I'm going to come back and show you what they look like. And then I'm going to freeze them. I'm not cooking them today. I'm going to freeze them for the holidays. Okay, I'm back. I've made all my burgers up, and I'm going to show you how what I did with them. I put them here. Here they are in here in this pan, and they can be frozen. And here's the first layer that I made of my burgers. These are my butter burgers for the grill. You can also put them in the oven if you like. I'm doing this for my holiday grilling. I hope that you have taken the time out to enjoy and listen to how I made my burgers. I thank you so very much for watching. I thank you for subscribing. And I also thank you because you love the Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to pray for someone else besides yourself. And always know that God is alive and well, and that this is His world, and there's nothing you, I, or anybody can do about it. I had 2 layers of burgers. This is May's Design Corner said, make you some butter burgers for your grill or for your oven. I promise you, they are the best you have ever eaten. May's Design Corner saying, I love you and adieu.